So we are here today to talk about the importance of a Christ-centered vision in the life of a believer, in the life of a follower of Jesus Christ. Now, every year around end of December, I will hear somebody somewhere talk about a vision board party. You ever heard of those?
Absolutely.
Okay, so a vision board party. So for those who don't know what a vision board party is basically where usually some people get together, usually women, but I know brothers like, masculine brothers that do it too, but usually it's women, will get together. They're going to, hang out, grab some coffee and some, they're going to have, a little potluck, and they're going to do a vision board party. What they're going to do is pull out, like poster board or some type of board where they can put their vision for the new year on it. Then they're going to take magazines and different types of magazines and cut out pictures that represent kind of what they want to accomplish that year. So let's say you have a health and fitness goal. You will go to a magazine, you'll cut out, weights and a treadmill and put that on your vision board. Okay, my vision is to drop 10 pounds this year. Then you may have a goal for getting a new car. So you'll find the car you want, and you'll cut out the picture of the car you want, and you'll put it on the board. And so what you're doing is creating a visual representation of what you would like to see yourself accomplish in the following year. And then you take that vision board, you put it up on the wall, and then every time you go into that room or you wake up in the morning, you look, and it keeps the vision, where you're going, your destination for the year, it keeps it right in front of you. And I think vision boards are cool. I think they serve a really good purpose to keep you focused on what you want to accomplish in that year. What do you think, Joel?
Yeah, I think it's amazing to have a vision board, have some kind of a visual representation of what your goals are, because life gets so busy and so many things come to us, opportunities come to us, things that look and sound good come to us, and sometimes we want to chase those things. They say a dog who chases two rabbits will go hungry. So if you're not focused, if you're not actually able to just be direct in what you're doing, it can really throw you off. Well, one thing to definitely have is a vision for your life, but a Christ-centered vision is really good. In Proverbs 29:18, it says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." An actual clear restating actually is, without revelation from God, my people perish. See, it's important for us to have vision from God because He created us. He created everything. And we can have a vision for how we're going to make money, the career we're going to have, our family. But sometimes those things can actually take us off course of what God has for us. So it's really good for us to have a Christ-centered, God-given vision so we can actually focus on the right things and constantly focus on the eternal. Keep the eternal in mind instead of what's going on in front of us, because again, we can just get off in so many different directions and actually get further and further away from God if we go away from that Christ-centered vision.
Yeah, and that's so important, Joel. I think when you say that, it makes me think about like America's vision versus God's vision, right? And the America's vision for your life is the American dream. It's get a good, go to school or get a trade. Get a career going, buy a house, have some kids, get married, have some kids, retire at 60, buy a boat, all this kind of stuff. Like America has if you don't have a given or a Christ-centered vision, that's the word we're using. If you don't have a Christ-centered vision, you'll get sucked into America's vision.
Absolutely.
Right? And what Joel is what I was hearing you say is, let's start with what is a Christ-centered vision for my life? What does God want for my life? Let's start with that. And now, if some of the America's vision for our life, if that may still happen, but that can't be the thing that we chase and we pursue. We have to chase and pursue God's vision for our life. That's what you're saying, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I have a couple of examples of what a Christ-centered vision would actually sound like. For instance, a person says, "I know God has placed me as a public school teacher so I can be a source of light to others and can offer my students a chance at a better life." So that really does bring in the God, because they're actually wanting to, almost disciple the kids in their school. But then also they're fulfilling maybe, I guess, the American dream when you're talking about being a teacher and those types of things. Because we are going to work.
Right.
We still work.
So it may be a career that you love,
Absolutely.
but you're also doing, I mean, you're also kind of fulfilling your calling
at the same time.
at the same time.
Absolutely.
But you start with calling
Absolutely.
and then try to match career with calling or something like that.
Absolutely, because I mean,
Okay.
God gives you those gifts to teach, and not everyone's going to be teaching in church. And actually, we need people to go out and take the gifts that God has given them to disciple people, to show the love of God to people. Those gifts are not just gifts that are going to be staying inside the church.
Yeah.
So it's really good for us to have a Christ-centered vision, and we really believe that we're going through this lesson, you'll be able to develop your Christ-centered vision.
Amen. Amen. So I'm looking forward to this lesson because I think when we start talking about our personal life and making sure that our personal life aligns with the scriptures, with if we don't know where we're going, like we're just kind of just going through the motions. And so I'm really excited about this particular study, and I'm hoping that we get a lot out of it.